Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Another beer review with Monique, primarily myself though, my sidekick. This is Pelican Brewing, which I believe is based in Pacific City, Oregon. Cherried at Sea. It's a Belgian style dark ale with cherries. Lone Pelican Small Batch Series. Pelican Brewery has been around since 1996. Here is the bottle. All its glory. Not a whole lot to see, but you know, it's kind of cool. This beer was just released in October of 2018.
I found it because it said cherry on there, and I was always happy. First, I thought it was a cherry stout, and then we very closely read the label, and it's a Belgian.
It's a dark ale, so it's not quite a quad, but it's getting there. There's a long story in the back here, and I'm going to go ahead and read it quickly. Inspired by the bounty of the fall harvest, the final entry in Pelican 2018 Lone Pelican Series features ripe, tart cherries in a full ruby brown colored Belgian style Dubbel. A deeply complex malt character of toffee, caramel, cocoa, and dark chocolate provides the foundation, while bright tart cherries add to the highlights. Belgian-style Abbey yeast creates gentle, fruity aromatics that underscore the malt and cherry contributions. A dry, warming finish caps off the smoothly, I don't think that's a word, full-bodied beer. The layers of complementary flavors create a deeply satisfying ending to this year's fruit beer series. That's the whole thing I read right there. I just read it pretty quickly. I did not know this was a tart beer when we bought this.
Well, we don't know if it's tart. The cherries that are made from are tart, so it may be poised right with, you know, the chocolate.
One thing that is curious to us is they use, I don't know how to say this, I've never heard them before, Montmorency cherries. When I looked them up, they're very tart. Dark, ruby brown color, layered tart cherry character, complex caramel toffee malt flavor, cocoa-like roastiness. Right there in the middle is what I was reading, but it's too blurry. This bottle cost, I think, is right around $7. It wasn't terribly expensive for what it is. It contains 2-row malt, so base sugars and not really much flavor, maybe a little bread cracker. Abbey malt, which I've never heard of that. Montmorency, I guess, cherries. Dark candy syrup gives a little bit of a flavor, but also increases the alcohol. Aramis hops, those give floral and spicy notes. Belgian Abbey style yeast. The body style for this should be full. That's just typical for Belgian dark beers. Deep complex toffee, caramel, cocoa, and dark chocolate with cherries. That sounds absolutely phenomenal to us. Considering they use tart cherries, those could be at the forefront. So I'm thinking maybe either tartness at the beginning followed by those other toffee, caramel, cocoa notes, or the other way around. I've seen it both ways. 7.9% alcohol, so it's a Dubbel, or most people say double. 18 IBU. Typically Belgian Dubbels, they're dark color. They could be anywhere from a mahogany to a deep murky brown. Rich Belgian character to it, very malty. A little bit cocoa in there, cooked sugar, toffee, caramel flavors. Sometimes they have spices added to them. Very murky brown. It's not quite black, but it's getting there. Very thin head. It's not even paper anymore. The head has completely disappeared. You can't really see if there's any floating particles in it because it's so dark. I see these either medium to a deep brown. This is definitely a deep brown. Light cherries. It's not tart. Very nice tickle in the nose. Almost want to say a little bit of medicinal in there too. Not like I'm drinking a bottle of Robitussin, but like I'm smelling it. It's not bad. It's not the most favorable though, but the cherries are gentle on the nose.
It's very subtle.
I get just a little bit of sweetness, and it's almost like a champagne tickling, maybe even a little bit of a grape aroma. I'm not getting any spicy floral, no chocolate, toffee, caramel on the nose. Not very tart. On a 1 to 10, 10, 1, nothing, 10 is intense.
A 1.
To me, it's a 3. It tastes a little bit more like a light Robitussin.
I barely taste a cherry taste to it. What I do taste is the chocolate-ish and the caramel. It doesn't taste medicinal. It tastes like there's some dark fruit into there, but you can't define that it is cherry. Perhaps something like a sweet raisin.
It tastes medium body. It basically opens up my entire mouth, stays there for a little bit, brushes back and forth with medicinal cough syrup cherry and a light cocoa, sticks around for just a little while, not long, and just disappears. But unfortunately, the toffee caramel, I don't get any of that. I'm not getting any plum, raisin, date, fig.
Well, the cherry is very subtle, but I get more toffee than you do.
There's no hop character, no hop presence at all. It's not a hoppy beer. There may be the faintest hints of some cocoa in there. Not so much the toffee and caramel. Yeah, the cherry is the most dominant, even that's subtle, and the rest of them are even more subtle. Monique's getting about half the flavors. I get cherry, a little bit of cocoa, complex caramel toffee malt flavor, and there are all these layered flavors. Not in our palates.
No.
This doesn't really have a strong Belgian characteristic flavor from that Abbey yeast. The alcohol is very well hidden in this. I can't tell it's 8%. No spiciness, no bread, no cracker, grain, no citrus, no floral. I don't get toasted or roasted flavor, no coffee notes. Sweetness is very subtle, just a little tiny bit of a malty backbone. The mouthfeel is not thin or thick, so it's middle ground, not chewy. It's not rich and smooth by any means. It just tastes like a dark beer with some medicinal cherries in it to me. Cherries are a little bit stronger out of the bottle, not much. The medicinal's not quite as noticeable, but still there. Balloons up my mouth, rubs back and forth, coats it with those flavors of the cherry medicinal. I'm not getting the cocoa, no toffee, no caramel.
Out of the bottle, it resembles a little bit of the cherry coke. I still taste the toffee.
Still tastes medium body. Still no hoppiness. Light malt, just a touch of sweetness. Still leaves the same mouthfeel. Very slight Belgian Abbey yeast notes.
I just wish there was a hint more cherry flavor to it.
And the cherries, like they talk about them being tart, I don't get any tartness out of the bottle either.
Not at all.
Between the bottle and the glass, they don't taste the same, but they're not that much different. No off flavors in the beer that we can tell. Diacetyl chemical, such as acetone paint thinner. There's no stringency. The bottle's not skunked. It's not damaged from sunlight. No fusel alcohols. No plastic, rubber, cardboard, paper. Would I buy this again? No, I would not. I'm just really not impressed with it.
I may, just depending on, since I already know what it tastes like, and if I'm in the mood for that particular type of flavor.
Would I recommend this beer? No, I would not recommend it. I just was really not impressed. I think it failed to deliver. This is below average. It tastes too much like cough medicine. The flavors are too basic. There's just really a lack of flavor. I don't think they did a horrible job, but I don't think they did a good job. Pelican Brewing out of Pacific City, Oregon. Cherried at Sea. It's a Belgian style dark ale with cherries. If you have any comments for us, feedback, you want to talk about this beer, any other beer, or talk about anything, I guess, for that matter, send us a message. I like to read them. That's all for this review of this cherry Belgian beer. We're going to polish this off. Cheers. Based in, well, people, where the fuck are they based? No, obviously buried at sea. I just didn't get the pun at first. It is a, what color is this?
Smells good.
This isn't the smelling it part yet.
That smells good.
This is supposed to smell it yet. Anything else?
No. That's pretty
She
much
just wants to get drunk. That's all she cares about right now. So shut up and just let me drink the damn thing already. Now I'm gonna talk for 20 minutes. But hey, if the doctor prescribed beer's medication, who am I saying no? No, don't give me that. No, can't have that. I think even a priest would go for that one.